Have you ever looked at a tarot deck and wondered, why are there so many cards? 78 tarot cards can surely feel intimidating. You open the box and suddenly you're staring at the Fool, the Hermit, the Star, the Five of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and it feels like trying to memorize the entire syllabus on the very first day of class. But here's the good news. You do not need to learn 78 separate cards because tarot is actually organized in a very simple way. And once you understand this, then learning tarot becomes much easier. So before we begin, say hello in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. And if you're enjoying this tarot journey so far, then please don't forget to subscribe because we are building your tarot knowledge step by step from complete beginner to confident reader. And remember, if you'd like a chance to have one tarot question answered for free, then please subscribe to the channel and send me a message using the details on the description and on the screen. I'll be choosing a few subscribers every week. So now let's talk about the two main parts of a tarot deck, the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. Think of your life like a movie. Not every scene in a movie is equally important because some scenes completely change the story. The hero leaves home, falls in love, faces a challenge, loses something important, discovers who they are. Those are major moments. And then there are the everyday scenes such as going to work, managing money, dealing with family, making decisions, handling emotions. Those are the smaller moments. They are still important, but they are not life-changing. That's exactly how tarot is divided. The Major Arcana represents the big lessons and turning points in life, and the Minor Arcana represents everyday experiences and situations. So let's start with the Major Arcana. There are 22 Major Arcana cards, and these are often considered the heart of tarot deck. Cards like the Fool, the Magician, the Lovers, Death, the Star, the World. These cards usually appear when something important is happening, a major lesson, a transformation, an opportunity, a major awakening. So think of them as the headline news of your life. If your life were a newspaper, then the Major Arcana would be on the front page. They represent the moments that you remember years later, and the moments that shape who you become. For example, starting college, getting married, moving to a new city, changing careers, experiencing heartbreak, beginning a spiritual journey. Those are Major Arcana kinds of experiences. Now let's talk about the Minor Arcana. The Minor Arcana contains 56 cards and they deal with everyday life. Your thoughts, your emotions, your work, your relationships, your responsibilities. They are the little things that that make up your day-to-day experience. So if the Major Arcana is the page news, the front page news, then Minor Arcana is everything that's happening inside the newspaper. The details, the conversations, the events, the opportunities, the daily life that eventually creates the bigger story. So the Minor Arcana is divided into 4 suits: Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. You can think of them as 4 different areas of your life. Wands are about passion, energy, creativity, and action. Cups are about emotions, relationships, intuition, and the heart. Swords are about thoughts, decisions, communication, and the mind. And Pentacles are about money, work, health, and the physical world. Now we are going to explore each suit in detail in future lessons, but for now, I simply want you to understand the big picture. Because here's what most beginners do. They try to memorize every card individually and they get overwhelmed. Instead, think of tarot like a giant story. The Major Arcana tells the story of life's biggest lessons and the Minor Arcana tells the story of everyday life. Just that one understanding will make every future lesson easier. And here's a little secret. When I first started learning tarot, I thought the Minor Arcana would be boring. Because who doesn't want to study cards like the Star or the Moon? But over time, I discovered something very surprising. that most of life happens in the minor arcana. Most of our days are not life-changing moments. Most of our days are just conversations, emotions, decisions, worries, dreams, work, family, and relationships. And that's why Minor Arcana is so powerful. It helps us understand that the life we are living right now. And in the next video, we will understand the most fascinating part of tarot, which is the Fool's Journey. Right? So it transforms into 22 separate cards into one incredible adventure. And once you understand that story, the Fool's Journey, then you will never look at Major Arcana in the same way again. So if you're excited for that, let me know in the comments which one sounds more interesting to you right now, the Major Arcana or the Minor Arcana. Until then, see you next time. Take care.